So best selling phone. Okay, so Nokia 1610, I have never heard of that. This is when they have the antenna there, right? So I have never have phone like that. Motorola, so when is this, what is this year? Oh, 99. Okay, so Nokia 3210. Okay, Nokia 3210. This is like, I think, the staple of phone back there, right? 3210. So I have used this for quite some time. I mean phone back then, I don't know what is this 99. So Nokia seems to have what is this scale here, because I'm lost, because suddenly something goes into the radar and then suddenly, so this is 3310. Wait, did I have 3210 or 3310? Because yeah, I forgot already, but it's one of those, right? So this is in term of millions of number of phone. So 3210 is much more popular than 3310. I think it's just a bit upgraded. I'm not sure whether the upgrade is just you can play the snake game. Do you remember that game? Will anyone play that game nowadays? If I give the snake game to my kid, will they enjoy the game, or will they say, what is this? Okay, so 3 to 10 is already out of the picture. So I guess because phone, you don't, something can go out of the system, right? So you do not have a continuation, just like before we look at the, I don't know, the number of subscribers, the number of, what have we watched before, because there will be continuation from the beginning until the end. This one, suddenly someone at the top, something at the top, and then goes out of the picture totally, right? So as you can see here, this is around 2003, is it? How dominant Nokia was, and now Nokia is still dominant, right? So because the top 1 2 3 4 5 is Nokia phone, right? As you can see here, so that's how dominant they was. And then you have Samsung, Siemens. So there was a time when Nokia ruled the world in terms of mobile phone, right? So what had happened? Interesting to ponder about that. So almost all Nokia here, except for that Samsung down there. So interesting. That was the time back then, right? So Motorola RAZR coming into the picture, giving some competition there among the many other Nokia. Interesting. So 100, is it Nokia 1110? Okay, so the last Nokia that I use is 3310, I guess, because all this new Nokia I have never used. Yeah, I have never used any of this Nokia. And the thing is, the phone back then can be used for a long time, right? I think it changes with the emergence of smartphone, I think, when everything changes, right? So here, because if I still use 3210 or 3310, based on this, all of this phone model, I can just still use my 3210 or 3310 satisfactorily. I don't need to change to any of this, I think. There are some, because I'm not familiar with all, but I think some have become color, but there's no real reason why I should change, right? So that's my memory back then. So this is 2007, so nothing new yet in terms of, wait, everything is Nokia, isn't it? Such a domination back then, right? Those were the days. If you are having the Nokia stock back then, you might think that you are set for life. Until when will it be? What is the year? We have to wait until the big boss now come into the picture and disrupt everything, right? So still Nokia, and then Sony Ericsson, and then BlackBerry, Sony Ericsson. They are competing down bottom there, right? And then you have the Apple iPhone there. This is 2009, and then Apple gaining places there, but still Nokia, generally speaking, is still dominant, right? I think the first phone, non-Nokia phone that I have is Sony Ericsson, I think, and then all of those goes away. This is the era of smartphone, I guess, right? Wait, what is this Nokia 5230 suddenly going? So they are still in competition back then, huh? Interesting. But I think what is that Sony Ericsson? Because that's the first non-Nokia phone that I bought, and then after that, what was it? Yeah, I'm not sure what I have to comment here, because here you have Apple iPhone 4 and iPhone 3GS. So when iPhone is in the market, here is like 25 and 16 million. Nokia here is still very dominant, is it? That's 100 million there. Meaning, I thought when HTC is already in the picture here, Samsung Galaxy is already in the picture here. So I thought Nokia lose the plot when the emergence of iPhone and the likes, because here so here is when Nokia is totally lose the plot, is it? Meaning that was the last model that they have in dominance around 2013. Interesting. 2013, huh? Okay, so now all the smartphone era, of course Nokia is no longer anywhere to be seen in this region. So of course, where is iPhone? Okay, so the plot here is quite interesting because it is specific for a mobile phone model, right? So as you can see in the top there just now, iPhone, certain type of iPhone, when that goes out of the picture, so iPhone start back at the bottom here, that model, right? So we do not have the picture of based on company or something, right? So this is purely on the model. So it's misleading in a way to see the dominance of a company, right? Because yeah, you can see that suddenly it goes out of the picture. So I do not know how to comment on this, and it's even hard to see Apple versus Samsung, what is the leading, etc., because you can just see based on model, and there's the variant of models down there below this that you cannot see. So unfortunately, that's a lack of information that I can comment on. But on the top right there, that's actually the models total in history, I think. So 250 million, that's Nokia. So no newer model here except for iPhone 6 that even enter that chart over right hand corner there, right? Interesting, meaning that I think phone back then is made to last, unlike now, right? Because but in terms of the number, right, so you can see here iPhone 6 and 6s is also big number. Of course the market become bigger, that's another thing, but it takes a lot of time. Will that surpass? So iPhone 6 stop there, and then iPhone 6s, will it stop there as well? Because it means that yeah, the model can, I think it's not in the best interest to make a smartphone that lasts for decades nowadays, right? Because you do want people to change and keep getting the newer phone, like a newer iPhone, right? Anyway, so I lost track already. I don't know what's going on already, because the phone that I'm using is, I never have this kind of phone. I cannot afford any of this iPhone 7, iPhone, etc., right? I'm using, even my latest phone that I recently bought, quite recent, is among the cheapest of Huawei, right? So I'm lost touch already with all of these devices because it's mostly higher end or middle to upper hand. Yeah, I'm not sure what I can comment on this, except for it is interesting to see how Nokia once dominate the world until they don't, and what we can learn from that, right? But anyway, thank you for watching. I don't know what to say anymore here. Thank you for watching. See you next time.